What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins offense versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I keep trying to say Oakland. It's still ingrained in my head a little bit. But before we get into the film, I want to take a look at the numbers a little bit. So, in the passing game, Ryan Fitzpatrick, of course, came in the fourth quarter for Tua. He threw for 9 passes. Threw for 13, completing 9. 182 yards and a touchdown. Tua actually didn't have that bad of a game, at least as far as completions go. 17 for 22, 94 yards and a touchdown. He was just being too conservative, and I do support the decision to bring in Ryan in that situation. And I also support the idea that Tua is starting next week, because it's very possible that if Ryan was starting the whole game, we might not have been in a position where we could have won, because people saying that Ryan's so much better than Tua, and he is better in certain ways. But one thing, though, is Tua doesn't cause turnovers to set our great defense in a bad spot. Our strength is our defense. But anyway, Myles Gaskin had a very productive day. He had 87 yards rushing and 82 yards receiving with 2 receiving touchdowns, so he had a fantastic day as a whole. That's almost 200 yards of total offense. So that's what, 169? My math is right. But yeah, Gesicki had an okay day. Grant, okay. Hopefully Grant is okay, because I know he got hurt as well. Because we're just not allowed to have skill positions on offense, I guess. Finally got our running backs back, so gotta lose all of our receivers, I guess. But anyway, let's go ahead and do this. Starting off with a bunch formations. The Raiders like to do a lot of man coverage, so bunch formations make sense. Yeah, nobody really open here. Actually, if he would have read the field a little bit more, Matt Collins is an option. Right there. But then again, the corner was there too, so it's kind of tough. Nothing doing there, and there's just nowhere to run to. Empty gun. I'm not mad at the scramble here, but Gaskin's wide open. I need you to read the field a little bit longer. That pocket is still pretty clean. He's wide open. And if you would have seen that quickly, that could have been some yak too. But he's a rookie, man. People are really down on Tua, but you got to keep in mind he is a rookie. And we're also figuring out the types of plays that Tua is comfortable with, too. You got to keep in mind that Tua and Ryan are 2 very different quarterbacks as far as play style. Just nowhere to go, man. Good job there. At least finding a target to minimize the loss of yards, at least. Get back to line of scrimmage. Better than just throwing it away. He gets about a yard. And picks up what they lost in the last play. Great throw there. Got a nice hole in the zone right here. Delivers a very accurate ball. Fantastic run here. Actually, it's the tight ends here that really block well. And then Robert Hunt climbing up to block the Mike linebacker here. So when he climbs back, oh, that's beautiful. Wish we could get a little bit more of that more consistently. Actually, we ran the ball pretty effectively this game. Hopefully we can carry that. Good job from Bowden here. Getting your hands on him. Not a great block, but it's able to create a little bit of space. That's what I love about Gaskin is he's always going to find at least a little bit of space. At least more effectively than our other running backs. Like, Ahmed's really good, too. I liked both of them. And I think Ahmed is a little bit more physically gifted, but I think Gaskin's vision is a little bit superior. But I love the both of them. Not bad there. Single high safety. Raiders like to do a lot of that. A lot of man. Dude, his hands, man. He really needs to fix that, dude. Because he's one of the most dynamic players on this offense. But his hands are just so inconsistent. He ends up eventually catching that. But if he catches that cleanly, he might be able to get some yak there and get that first down. Single high safety, man coverage. Not mad at the scramble here. There's some laundry on the field, though. Yeah, that's probably the best option is to just take off at that point. But get you on a bootleg, get that to Bodden. Not a bad little run here. Austin Jackson, I would like you to actually get your hands on this dude, not just kind of slap him. But, you know. This was actually a read option there. Tua would have got that first down. If he, unless it was one and he just made a bad read, that is possible. I do feel like we could use Tua's legs a little bit more. It's in the playbook because we've seen them do it, and they did it with Ryan a lot. Design QB runs. Sorry. Any? Nah, it's a screen, so. I was gonna look if there were better options, but it's a screen, so. It just isn't what it is. Empty. I wish he was working this right side of the field here. If he was, Holland is wide open. And see, this is some of the pre-snap things that you need to pay attention to. This is one thing that he needs to work on. And we've talked about this. If this is looking just like, look at this right side pre-snap, right? He's going to move to the outside. And that's going to cause this corner to come and block the running back. And that leaves Mac Hollins on a linebacker. This is my target. I'm reading the right side of the field now. And look at this. Wide open. He just needs to see that. But at least he gets the completion. Some of the pre-snap stuff is the stuff that I really want him to work on. All right, let's see. Let's actually back up a little bit more. So single high safety, but he's drifting a little bit, and he's giving him room now. What's his route? Never mind. And also, this safety is making it look like he's in man coverage with him, but he's going to back up right before the snap. And also, for Tua, you can kind of see this pre-snap that they're going to do that, because he's starting off as a single high safety, but watch, he's going to drift. He's going to drift to his left. Then as he starts to drift to his left, he starts to drop back, so it's a two deep safety situation. And then he's going to back up. So at this point, you know that it's now middle field open, and he's not going to be in your line of fire. Now let's... And then, if you know this guy's route is going to be taking this linebacker away, and this guy's going to take the corner away, then you know that Gaskin is going to be open. Because look, the linebacker's forced to follow him, the corner is forced to follow this receiver, so the running back is wide open right here. Just some stuff to see, like I said, pre-snap. If you know what your routes are and you're seeing what they're doing to you, you can see that stuff pre-snap. But, again, just stuff to develop. Love Tua. That's why I agreed with the Ryan Fitzpatrick thing. He sees stuff like that a little bit more effectively. He's not perfect at it either, but... Let's see. Not a fan of that decision. When you finally do take a chance, it's one you shouldn't have. At that point, probably would be better to just try to scramble or... Well, no, there really ain't room to scramble. Just try to get out and throw it away, really. Because that's a ball that probably should have been picked. Alright, Gaskin. There you go. Little wildcat action. Kind of glad that we started doing this. Let him use that speed of his. Appreciate that. Let's take a look at the blocking. Austin Jackson didn't do shit. Austin Jackson looks lost. He really needs to develop in the offseason, too. I think Robert Hunt and Solomon Kinley are both ahead of him right now, as far as development. Yeah. Smythe. Not bad there. Smythe's pretty solid at getting some extra dirty yards. So, I don't hate that decision. Single high, man coverage. They'd like to do that. So, again, this is kind of what we seen earlier, right? Look at the safety. Right now, he's making it look like it's single high safety, but right before the snap, he's going to start drifting to his left to cover this side, and that means that this guy's probably going to come back as well, and he does. I do like this call, though. No penalty on this one either. Fake punt. Fantastic. Love Brian Flores, man. Love this coaching staff. I don't know about Chan Gailey. Verdict's still out on him. Oh yeah. That's some pretty good blocking here, man. Left wide open gap there for Gaskin. I really hope we can carry that into Buffalo, and then well, we'll start with Buffalo. There's nowhere to go on that one. See, that's the thing. The run blocking is just never anything consistent. And I know you're going to lose on those sometimes. Doesn't matter how good the O-line is. But how did he get there? He just went unblocked. Gotcha. Yeah, just take the field goal. Our offense struggles, so when you can get points on the board, take it. How are we doing on time? Looking good. Not mad at this decision here. Finding Gaskin. I like it. Nice, easy completion. So again, he didn't even drift this time. He just started off on this hash, so you know that this safety is going to come back. And you can kind of tell just by their posture, because they're trying to make this look like it might be a zero blitz where it's all man. But if you just look at their posture, the safeties, you can kind of tell when it's a zero blitz most of the time. And look at, are they creeping up or are they moving back? If they're creeping up, it's probably a zero. If they're moving back, it's probably not. He's moving back, so you have a pretty good idea that this safety's going to come back as well. Gaskin, man. Let's take a look at this blocking. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. And Austin Jackson, come on. Get a hold of that linebacker. Nope. Come on. Oh, you didn't get him on the second attempt either, man. He ends up being a big part of this tackle, too. If Austin Jackson blocks him, that might be a touchdown. What the... Ugh. Nice. Good read there. I mean, he was wide open, so... Good play design here, too. So, the beauty of this play is they're in bunch formation. Let's go ahead and hit slow. So, Bodden is going to take the corner with him to make plenty of room for him to run this crossing route. And then the tight end is going to be running a go to pull this linebacker away. So there's just nothing here. The safety tries to come crash down on this, but by then he's already got the ball. And that's the beauty too. If we get Bodden and Grant out there at the same time, like right next to each other, they're so damn fast that that's just a threat to do stuff like that with, especially against man. So he's drifting. Don't be surprised if somebody drops back. They don't this time. Good job from Grant. So again, good play design with the bunch formation. Bodden's going to take this defender with him to the flat so that he can't help cover Grant toward the middle of the field. And because this safety is over on the other hash, he's not going to be able to get there either if you deliver this ball quickly. Plus, this guy is giving you space, so Grant doesn't have to run anything crazy as far as the route goes. You can just run it. Good play design. Two deep safeties. Ugh. Why was Hunt put into that situation? Where's 90 coming from? That right there comes from Eric Flowers not making his block. If Eric Flowers fires his hands right now, that tackle doesn't get made. He's got long arms, too. So. I love doing plays like this with Grant. I like that we're actually using our speed receivers, man. Like, I love... Like, when our receiving core is healthy, right? I love Preston Williams just like you guys do. But I also want to use people like Grant and Bodden as well in rotation so we can do stuff like this with them. We can get a little bit more creative. So, in this case, this safety is drifting toward the middle. So, and this safety is still just standing his ground. So you can pretty much be rest assured that this truly is single high safety. He's not moving. You can see that pre-snap. Just kind of going over some of the basics here. Because I know most of you guys probably are pretty familiar with this stuff, but I know some of you guys aren't. And I've seen people in my comment section like asking me to point stuff like this out. So I do like this. However, with the play design, you know where Hollins is going. You know where this safety is. Right here, Hollins is effectively taking both of these away. If you get this ball to Gaskin, this might be a touchdown. Another thing you can kind of see pre-snap, because he might be able to make this safety miss. Eric Flowers getting his ass whooped by 90. Happened earlier. Single high and coverage. He's back because it's bunch formation. Gotcha. Gaskin's so nasty. I like that because with this play design, it makes it look like Gaskin is going to end up blocking this guy, but it's actually a read. He's actually letting him come free. But because Gaskin is making it look like he's going to block, it kind of slows him up for just a second. And Tua is able to get it to him, and Gaskin just takes care of the rest. Love that. Let me try 2 more for this quarter. Gotcha. They're both short ones. I don't think Tua played that bad. There's definitely some pre-snap things that, again, we've talked about it. He needs to work on that. But I think having a full off-season will help. And getting him some weapons that suit his style would be nice, too. Yeah, I like this ball to be a little bit higher. So he's wide open. If that ball is a little higher, man, this should be a good angle for this. Yeah, because he just throws it so low. That's just a really difficult catch to make. And this safety isn't so close that it needs to be thrown real low. And he has a relatively clean pocket. He was starting to get past Eric Flowers and Austin Jackson, but no, he still had time. Sometimes he's just so concerned about not throwing picks that, yeah, you see. Telling you, if we can get like a middle ground between Tua's conservativeness and Ryan's aggressiveness, we'd be golden. But Tua's a rookie. I have confidence that this coaching staff is going to help him develop. Okay, let's see what happened here. First off, let's actually take a look at the receivers and stuff. Okay, so yeah. Matt Collins is gonna move over in motion. And you see how much space they're giving you. This is another one pre-snap. You know where Matt Collins is going. You should know that pre-snap, if he's going on a crossing route, he should be open with this play. He's open right there. He would have had to deliver the ball quick. But that didn't have to actually let me go back, though, because I do want to take a look at the offensive line on that play. Because they also got whooped, of course, but they were overwhelmed, too. All right. Comes from you. All right, so this kind of comes down to communication again. We've talked about this all year. I get it. Jesse Davis, you're trying to help out Ted Karras. Ted Karras on his own doesn't typically do that great. Actually, none of our offensive linemen really do. I like Solomon Kinley, but he's not here right now. But you need to take care of your own food right now. You can't really help Ted Karras right now. You got to block that. You got to get a hold of this guy. Not just put one little hand on him and expect that's going to do anything. And your quarterback ends up getting smoked because of it. And now because you're out of position, you don't end up blocking either of these two. At that point, you just got to let Ted Karras handle that. You ain't got another choice. Good run from Gaskin here. Blocking is really not that great where he's supposed to go, but he finds a little gap to the right. Stays patient. Just a really patient runner, man. Empty. All right. right, let's take a look at the receivers. So, this guy might drop back. Let me take that back a little further. So he's starting off here, and he's going to creep a little closer. So this tells you that he's probably not going to be dropping back. He might, but probably not. He's creeping forward, and he's moving back more. So you are looking at a single high safety situation, yeah. So this tells you that he's either covering a zone in the middle, he's man coverage with you, or he's coming for you. Those are the options for him. And if you know these things, and you know that your tight end is going to come out, then you should know that this is where you need to go, because you've got a receiver that's going to take care of this safety. Tight end, rather, but still. You know he's going to pull this safety away. This is your option. But the pressure got there really quick. But he needs to see that pre-snap. Yeah, another gap exchange slaughtering this offensive line. Surprise, surprise. Again, communication on this offensive line is dog shit. Austin Jackson needs to flip his hips and block this guy so that Eric Flowers can get this dude. Austin Jackson doesn't do that. He doesn't even really help block this guy. Austin Jackson really didn't do shit on that play. So we've got single high safety, man coverage. They're really not even disguising it on this play. Interesting. They didn't drop back to safety. They dropped back this guy, the nickel. Okay, so they are disguising it. That's kind of cool. They're going to drop back the nickel corner, and he's going to move over here. Sorry, let me let this truck go by. Never mind. So again, pre-snap, you can kind of see him starting to move, but that's like as the ball is snapping. So that's kind of hard to read, especially for a rookie. I ain't too mad at this one. I'm not a fan of the decision. If you would have looked, you had an option here. But, you know, that's a tough read for a rookie to make. All right, so this is the last drive from Tua. God damn. It's not even in hours. Every house picks their own garbage company in this neighborhood, so there's garbage going out literally every single day. It sucks. But not a bad little decision here. There's nobody here. Not a bad job getting that to your to Gesicki there. Just finding an escape. So again, they're disguising their safeties. They're making it. Let me back this up a little more. He's gonna back up. He looks like he's gonna be. He's trying to make it look like he's in man coverage with this guy, but he's not. Right before snap. This is something post-snap that you need to see. Your running back's wide open, man. You need to see this. You're even looking that direction. Just get it to your running back. Let him get some yak. Don't take stupid sacks like that. Okay, let's see how this happened. So Tua tried to scramble, so right here. So he's on Eric Flowers and Ted Karras. Eric Flowers tries to help here. So Austin Jackson was getting cooked. So Eric Flowers had to try to come help him. And then when Tua went to scramble, that's rough. Not a big fan of any of our offense. I like Solomon Kinley. And Robert Hunt, maybe. But hopefully the rookies can develop in the offseason a little bit more. Austin Jackson just looks lost most of the time. There's one thing I don't like from him either. He just tries to push you rather than block you. He's not even strong enough to really pull something like that off. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3 drives from Ryan. Okay. Let's take a look. Finds an easy completion of Gaskin to get himself started. Got him in the pistol. All right, let's take a look. Nice little gap here. I will say the run blocking has been looking better these last couple weeks. These last 2 games. Bunch formation. Let's take a look at that. Where's Isaiah Ford coming from? Right here. It's just a really good throw. That's just him recognizing what NFL open means and making an accurate pass. And just having a little bit more balls than Tua, frankly. But also, Ryan gets picked off a lot more because of throws like that. Raiders aren't disguising their safety play here like they were against Tua. That's interesting. So, pre-snap, this is one of the things that I wanted like Tua to see stuff like this. If you know that your tight end is going to be running this direction, kind of like a go route, and you know that he's going to take the linebacker with him, and this safety is nowhere near it, then if you know that Matt Collins is coming this way, then it's going to be open. It's going to be there. Just got to put it on him. Because look, the tight end is going to take this guy with him. So he can't make a play on this. Just some of the things that Ryan sees that Tua doesn't yet. Not a bad little run there. Get the first. Not crazy blocking, but enough to get the first, so I ain't mad at it. Alright, so Ryan should see this. They're making it look like it's single high safety, but you can see that this guy is slowly slow pedaling, and this guy is inching his way over to his left side. So Ryan should see that. And he does attack it too. Because here's the thing. When it's single high safety, this is one of the first things you learn as a quarterback. When it's single high safety, that is called middle field closed. Because this guy is going to be standing in the middle of the field, so that's not really going to be open unless you get some creative play calls. But if it's too deep, try to pause it. When it's too deep like this, it's middle field open because there's a gap between the safeties. And that's exactly what Ryan attacks right now. He misses. The pass isn't accurate, but he does see it. Nice little run blocking on this one here. He's able to take advantage there. That right side. We seem to have more success running to the right. I've noticed. Even more so when Solomon Kinley's playing. Although the O-line's actually looked a little bit better. I don't know. We'll see. Single high. Let's see here. So I like this play design right here because this sets up a situation where this safety cannot be right. Whatever he does with his zone coverage, he cannot be right. Because the tight end is going to be on sort of a crossing route here. And if he plays that, then Isaiah Ford is going to be one-on-one with the go route on the outside. You're setting him up where no matter what he does, he's wrong. Because either he comes down to try to help with Gesicki, or Isaiah Ford is wide open to the outside. Just like I talked about before, the Raiders like to mess with their safeties and stuff like that. They were using all game to kind of throw Tua off. But Ryan sees what I've been pointing out all game long with Tua. They're starting to creep, but just before the snap, they're going to start moving back, and it's a too deep safety situation, so that means this is middle field open. And Ryan sees that and takes full advantage. At that point, the safeties are going to be out of position. You just have to get it over that linebacker. This is a classic Tampa 2. This linebacker, because here's the thing, when it's cover 2, just regular cover 2, people don't really run that too much in the NFL anymore because it just leaves this spot right here just wide open. But with the Tampa 2, the linebacker drops back a little bit to try to cover that, at least somewhat. But if you can deliver an accurate pass over the top of them, like Ryan does here, you can still beat it. Shaheen just got whooped here. But to be fair, when he's blocking Nasib one-on-one, I'm not that shocked that he got whooped. Yeah, Hollins needs to catch that. That's all that comes down to. It was an accurate ball. Hollins just needs to catch that. Now, this one, like I've said, Ryan's not perfect at this either. Go ahead and hit slow. Watch this. So, you got Bodden here. You know he's going to be coming up and then out. Right? You've got Gaskin here, one-on-one with this guy. But Gaskin is going to the inside, so that's going to pull him with him. Now watch Bodden here. He's going to get wide open here because he ends up following Gaskin. That's a possible touchdown right there. If he would have seen that pre-snap. Like I said, Ryan's not fantastic at that either. He's just better than Tua because he's a veteran. And he's human, so you're going to miss stuff occasionally. That's just how it is. Nice little accurate ball here. Two deep safeties. Nope. Just Isaiah Ford was able to just kind of beat him one-on-one. Nothing really much on that one. So on this one, you've got it. They're giving the illusion of two deep safeties, but right before snap, like we've been seeing, he's going to slowly creep back to be the single high. He's going to slowly creep forward to probably either be in coverage or something. Yeah, he's going to cover Gaskin. So let's see how we exploit that. There's a flag. So, this is another pre-snap thing. This safety is moving back. This corner is giving Isaiah Ford space. You know this is just a little hitch route, so he's going to be open. That one's real simple. It's a hitch. And he's giving him space, so that's going to be open. Just let him get some yak. But unfortunately, there's a flag. But yeah, Gaskin, man. This play is incredible. This play is incredible. Let's see. Single high safety. Giving him a bunch of space. And I mean, sure, Fitz sees that they're giving him plenty of space. This is man coverage. And as far as the scheme goes, this is good. Because Gaskin's coming this way and they're giving him space. And then Hollins is going to be running a route that's going to take this guy away, really. Watch this. Because he's running a wheel route to the outside. So that's going to force him to follow him at least a little bit. And make sure that this guy follows him. And that's basically taking away two defenders. And just leaving Gaskin wide open here. And then Gaskin just does the rest. That's incredible. I want to look at the other angle. That's insane. I love this dude. Okay. One more. Too deep safety. I want to see what happened with this corner. So this is a cover 2 right here, because we've got the because he stays there. Yeah, it's a cover 2. Maybe it's not, because this corner doesn't do that. Why did he stay there? He just didn't keep running with him. The safety ain't gonna get there. We'll get to the Ryan Fitzpatrick thing in a minute. Because typically when you're in cover 2, because cover 2 can be man as well. There is cover 2 man. But the cover 2, cover 3, whatever, all that applies to is how many defensive backs are there deep. So if it's a cover 3, there will be 2 safeties and maybe a corner, or someone else is deep. Maybe they have the nickel in, whatever. Cover 4 is you'd have 4 people deep. It's a cover 2 because there's only 2. That's just basics. But when you're cover 2, the spots to attack are the middle of the field between the safeties or high outside. Because look at all that space that the safety has to cover to be able to get there. Ryan knows this. Now, I don't know what this corner is doing. I don't know why he just stopped running, because this corner didn't. It's weird. But let's take a look at this this throw from Ryan, because it's incredible. The face mask and all. But how did he get past Eric Flowers like that? Eric Flowers is just swinging his arms outside and letting him, giving him an easy target on his chest. Gonna drive him back. Got the one hand inside. Stop letting him get to your chest, man. But I think there's like one more play to really break down. It's an incomplete pass. I don't hate this play because you're just trying to bleed out a little bit more clock. He just throws this away, which is the right decision, because if we throw a pick in this case, the game's over. Just roll out, eat up as much clock as possible, and throw it out of bounds, and let Jason Sanders be Jason Sanders. And you know what? We'll even show this kick. It's a good view for it, too. I ain't got nothing to break down here. It's just, I love Jason Sanders. This was a stressful-ass game. Huge win. And then also with the Colts losing and the Browns losing, that really puts us in a pretty good situation as far as the playoffs go. But, oh, this is an hour. But, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, I appreciate you hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.